Hello everybody, and this is Dom from Upstate Supernatural. I'd like to welcome everybody in for another episode of Loving Whispers. And I do have James with me here, right here. You're on, buddy.
Hey, how's it going?
And I also have Renee with us. And I kind of stuck some information in the thumbnail for Renee, just so everybody can kind of get to know who she is. She does angelic comfort, and would you like to talk a little bit about that, just so everybody kind of knows what that is?
Sure. It's my side business, and I'm a spiritual guide and a counselor and a Reiki master. I do readings and counseling of people who request it.
And then she's also owner of Diversity Broadcast Network, which is an internet-based radio station. And you'll definitely be seeing James and I coming up with an upcoming show. Actually, I believe next Friday is when we're going to start airing that, right after Spirit Box Weekly. And just wanted to give her, a chance to give everybody some information about how they can find her and so forth. You can go to Angelic Comfort by Renee Murray on Facebook, and you can also go to diversitybroadcastnetwork.com and check out the radio station. But we're gonna go ahead. I got the tablet to work. Last week, I thought it died. I thought it was dead, completely gone. I did get it to work. So we do have the Phasma box, and I'd like to give a huge update for everybody. If you've been using the Phasma box, there's actually going to be a new version. I just saw an advertisement for it by the creator of Extreme Senses Software, Martin Belfier. And there's going to be a new version of the Phasma box coming out this year, 2017. So for those of you that, like me, enjoy and love this this Spirit Box application, definitely look forward to the new one that's coming out. Should be pretty cool. But we're going to go ahead. I've already had it on and had it on the Latin banks, and it already said Donald Trump, which was pretty crazy. You're supposed to be getting Latin words, not Donald Trump. But I'd like to thank everybody that's in here. Chris V, Paranormal Fan, Angela, LJM, Doppel, anybody else as you're coming in. Thank you all for being in here. And don't forget, tomorrow night we have Spirit Box Weekly. And Sunday, Renee, you have a show, if you could let everybody know the time and where they can find it.
Sure. You can find it on Diversity Broadcasting Network, and it's called Renee Live. It starts at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And it's www.diversitybroadcastingnetwork.com.
And pretty much what we're trying to do with this show, if you missed the first episode, it's not a problem. We had some outstanding findings from it, and we are going to play that. We kind of took a tally within our chat last week, and everybody kind of said, hey, why don't you do kind of what you did with that other show and show a little bit of the findings within the show. So we're going to do that. I do have a clip all set up for it. If you follow us on Facebook, you may have already seen it. If you don't, every week you're going to be able to see it before the show, but you can see it during the show as well. So it's kind of a whichever way you want to go. It's a little sneak peek of what's going to be shown in the show. And this show is dedicated to try to spread love to the other side, to try to find what answers they're looking for, what message they may have for their loved ones. And maybe people in the chat are the loved ones they're trying to contact. We don't know. But we're definitely going to try. And Renee last week we had fantastic findings.
We did.
And I truly, as I said last week, I think we're gonna break ground with this. I think we're gonna do wonderful things for the spirits by doing this, and we can't thank you enough for being here and being a part of this, because I hope we can make a difference, and I think we have a good chance to. But
I think it's awesome, and I want to say thank you for having me here. It's an honor.
But it's I'm thinking, what do you guys think for the findings? Should we play it now or play it a little bit later?
I'd say play it now. That way there gives them
Okay.
time to listen to it, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and play that right now for you. And here's the findings from last week's episode. It is a little bit, I think it's like 3 minutes long, somewhere around there. But pretty crazy stuff. So let's go ahead and play that for you. Hello, hello.
We have a car salesman here too. Another gentleman.
That's strange. You said car salesman.
We have a car salesman here too. We have a car salesman here too.
That's strange. You said car salesman. And honestly, the only audio that can be picked up in this room that I'm in is through these headphones for you guys. There is no way possible the mic on that Echo Vox picked up what you just said.
Now, is there anything you would like to say at all to anybody in the chat room? Now, is there anything you would like to say at all to anybody in the chat room?
Was that Dawn? Oh, I thought I heard.
What did you get done? Could you tell us?
I didn't say anything. And we're back. That was some of the findings that we had from last week's episode. And I do see somebody in the chat says they're having a hard time with their connection, and I'm trying to type in the chat for them. Just if you guys could actually type it in there, I'd appreciate it. Just type refresh, because I'm not seeing a connection issue on our side. But it may just be a YouTube refresh thing, which will correct that. But we're gonna go ahead and turn on the Phasma box, and let's see what we can do with this. Okay, making sure this is loud. Can you guys hear it okay?
Yes. I'm picking up a gentleman carrying a water bucket. Maybe he was a farmer. He might have had a smaller farm. I'm seeing him like carrying, it's like a water bucket or a feed bucket.
Being sent.
His age, he probably would have been about, I'm hearing 75 years old, around 75.
That's new. I've never heard that beeping. It's pretty strange with that. So there's a gentleman. You must be a agricultural
I'm thinking of farmer.
farmer. Agriculture. Can't even say it. I was trying to say it nicer than farmer, but. Sir, what is your name, if you don't mind letting us know? I believe I thought I heard the name Chris. And as always, with any spirits that may be trying to communicate, try to speak a little bit slower. It's hard for us to gauge the speed in which you talk. I do apologize.
I'm also picking up the name Earl, but I don't believe it's the same gentleman.
Do we have a farmer that's trying to come through? Is there a certain individual you'd like to try to talk to, sir?
We're women.
No, I think you're...
Is this the same individual that tried communicating with us before? In the
Not last week.
I believe I'm starting to hear you a little bit. Can you try to speak a little bit louder, sir? Thought I heard you in the distance.
Scan it. Potential keyword.
That was really odd.
Mm-hmm.
Scan judging keyword. I've never heard that through this thing before.
He had a dairy farm.
I thought I heard Roger. I thought I heard that. Roger dead or Roger Wood. And I do live out in the country, and they're actually across the road from where I am. There is a dairy farm. So that's kind of unique that popped up.
Could you tell us where your dairy farm was?
I believe I heard he knows. What the hell? Did you guys hear that?
Yeah.
It was like disgusting occupies.
Much like.
So, what did everybody in the chat hear? What are you guys hearing through this? Can you hear everything okay?
Dom, I need to ask. I'm going to see if we can get something through this through this tonight. I want to know when they told me a couple of months ago, about 3 months ago, 4 months ago, not to wake the lion or upset the lion. I want to know who the lion is. I want to know if they know. Thank you. Thank you for the confirmation.
Did that just say what I thought it did?
Yes, it did.
We will be reviewing this as well, with all these
The
episodes.
same thing it said earlier, Don?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I heard that too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, if everybody in the chat, if you could let us know what you thought you heard with that. Plus you have the availability that you can actually rewind immediately. We don't have that availability. This is live, so everything you see is what you get.
Thank you. Thank you for the confirmation.
Now the gentleman that is a farmer, and you're about 75 years old. My grandfather
Died of a heart attack.
He's a farmer. You know, are you friends with? Do you know us personally? Do you know of us, or are you just wandering around and kind of came to us?
46 Kyle 70.
Call Shane.
Trying to escape. On record.
So I was asleep.
He died of a heart attack.
Sir, did you die in your sleep? Did you happen to have a heart attack?
So, it's there.
Are you guys hearing this clearly, or is it a little jarbly?
It's actually not too bad.
Okay.
There's the name Roger again.
I heard that.
I only know like one Roger for my entire life, honestly. Do you guys know any Rogers?
Not anymore, no.
Mm-mm.
You did say not anymore, though.
Yeah, not anymore. He did.
But maybe
He passed on from cancer.
never know. You know.
He keeps on saying he's carrying or carry. It could be carrying the buckets. It could be Carrie. Could be a daughter, or his wife was named Carrie. Or he's there with a Carrie. It's hard to decipher exactly what it is. He was a very thin man.
Where?
Did you ask him whereabouts he passed on?
I'm trying to figure it out here.
In different with natural languages.
Anybody that's in the chat, do you guys have any questions as well or are you hearing things and you'd like us to ask? Please let us know if you would.
I keep on seeing that he died in the field. Like he died
We haven't.
in the field. Like he.
So is there a Roger that's trying to communicate? An Earl?
For State Department.
For the State Department. That was weird. But I mean, there's going to be random things, popping through. But this is with the Latin turned off. We're going to do a voice session in probably about 4 to 5 minutes. And when we come back after the voice session, we'll turn the Latin voice on, the Latin language on.
This gentleman died in the field. He was found in the field.
For they're still in it.
Sir, I believe I heard you. You were something. Sleeping? Or sweeping?
Sweeping the field.
I heard a male voice, and it sounded like I was... It was very distinctive. We're trying to contact basically any spirits that would like to try to give a message, and we're going to try to figure out what that message is and who to give it to, and let them know that there are individuals out there that we care what the message is. We want to make sure they know they're not lost. People are still searching. People are still searching, and let them know, they matter.
What is that?
And I see the chat sometimes, and I misread it. Roger or Earl, who are you trying to contact? I totally misread the whole statement.
Ethan.
His sister.
I heard Ethan before that, and instead of his sister, I thought I heard he's still there. Is what I thought I heard, but that's...
Is this his son-in-law? I'm picking up son-in-law. Did you turn the farm over to your son-in-law?
Sound good. Cloud.
You see,
This person really.
William? I've gotten that name 1,000 times.
Mm-hmm. You got it.
Be a couple of.
Oh, Angela, you're fine. We're just we're trying to let the spirits try to talk. So okay, now we're up to Earl, Roger, or William. We will figure this out. We're going to continue to try to figure this out.
Well, there's more than one. You started, Scott.
How about?
They're flooding in, Dom.
A lot of really good.
yes, did they have in?
Any spirits that are trying to communicate right now, I just want to let you know to keep trying.
Find the missing girl. Please accompany her.
We're listening for you. We're gonna see if James is able to pick your voice up through his voice recorder. We're gonna switch over to James real quick. You have your voice recorder all set, bud?
I believe so.
Okay, we're gonna switch over to you, bud.
Alright.
And I'm gonna mute up. Renee, if you want to try to mute, you should just have to hit the microphone button on the phone.
There we go.
So the only audio that's gonna be coming through is it's just gonna be yours, James. Okay, you can hear me,
That's right.
but they
No,
can't
everything's
hear
going
me
through my
talking
headset,
to
so
you.
it'd be just what I
Okay.
hear on my end. This any spirits in communication. My name is James. Excuse me. I'm here to see if I can obviously communicate with you. Is there anyone here that would like to say their name? And the other thing, obviously, I'll ask you is how many are there tonight? Now, earlier, before the show even started, Dom and I were talking, and Spirit repeated something I said. Then we heard it repeated again. Was that the same person? Tell me a bit about yourself. What you did, where you lived, your age. So there's 7 spirits around here. Could anyone of you tell me anything about yourself? Oh, sorry, I forgot. Next thing I wanted to ask you is, sorry, do you find it easy for me to communicate to you like this through voice recorder, or is there something you'd rather me prefer? Is there? Could you actually? Would you be able to say the name of anyone in chat If there's a spirit in here working off my energy right now, could you please stop and leave me alone? Thank you very much. There goes. I'm trying to think what else there. Yeah, I know it's making me not feel good. Could you please tell me who this is and why you're doing this? Are you somebody I know or knew in the past? Is the other person still there I was asking questions to? Alright, that's me playing with my voice recorder. There we go. Now, do you know anybody else in this conversation? Do you know Dom? Do you know Renee? Now, did you have any favorite pets? Is there anyone in chat that had any questions? Anyways, I'm going to end it right here, and we'll play back. And thank you very much for your attempts in communication with me. And I'll stop it right now. There you go, that's why. Now this might be a little loud. There you go.
So it'd be just what I hear on my end.
Can you guys hear it?
Just any spirits in communication. My name is James. Excuse me. I'm here to see if I can obviously communicate with you. Is there anyone here that would like to say their name? And the other thing, obviously, I'll ask you is how many are there tonight? Now, earlier, before the show even started, Dom and I were talking, and spirit repeated something I said. Then we heard it repeated again. Was that the same person? Um, tell me a bit about yourself. What you did, where you lived, your age. So there's 7 spirits around here. Could anyone of you tell me anything about yourself? Oh, sorry, I forgot. Next thing I wanted to ask you is, sorry, do you find it easy for me to communicate to you like this through voice recorder, or is there something you'd rather me prefer? Is there? Could you actually? Would you be able to say the name of anyone in chat? If there's a spirit in here working off my energy right now, could you please stop and leave me alone? Thank you very much. There goes. I'm trying to think what else there. Yeah, I know it's making me not feel good. Could you please tell me who this is and why you're doing this? Are you somebody I know or knew in the past? Is the other person still there I was asking questions to? Alright, that's going to be playing with my voice recorder. Now, do you know anybody else in this conversation? Do you know Dom? Do you know Renee? Now, did you have any favorite pets? Is there anyone in chat that had any questions? Anyways, I'm going to end it right here, and we'll play back. And thank you very much for your attempts in communication with me. And I'll stop it right now.
There you go.
All right, thank you very much, James, for doing that for us. Renee, if you want to go ahead and unmute your mic. And everybody's probably like, why are you pointing off to that direction? The computer screen that I have for them is off to my right. So that's why I'm pointing in this direction. I'm Italian. I talk with my hands. My apologies. But Renee, we sent you the message in Skype about Janet. She had a question for you, and I'm not sure if you're... Would you like to try to answer that for her right now?
Hi, Janet. I'm picking up one of them is somebody's great aunt, whether it be yours or your husband's. A great aunt that was close to one of you.
And thanks for going ahead and doing that as well. James, you seem like you're getting drained. Something's definitely probably draining. It does happen whenever you're doing spirit communication. We've learned this from the other shows as well.
Yeah.
You know, just it works either one direction or the other. It's like a battery, or it's the complete opposite. It sucks the the battery completely out of you. So just hold tough for. And you can let her know, just let her know with force that please don't do this to me. We're not here to harm any spirits, within communication. We're not trying to harm you. We're just trying to find your message and try to get it out there. And we want to let you know that we care about you. There are many individuals that do. And, we hope that you feel love, where you are. And if you don't, we're going to try to push that towards you. And I'm going to go ahead and turn the Phasma box back on. So hopefully this doesn't blast in everybody's ears. And Janet did say names don't come to you, is a question she asked.
I'm not getting any names right now.
Gotcha.
I'm just hearing great aunt. Definitely an older woman.
And actually, right before we did the voice session, we're going to do the Latin banks. So
Latin banks on.
I'm pretty sure everybody heard that.
James, push with your energy, please. I want you to picture your solar plexus, bright yellow. It's between your, you know where it is? Between your navel and your lower rib cage,
Okay.
dead center. I want you to expand that yellow light. I want you to push. It's right behind him.
I'm just reloading the Phasm box, so it's a nice fresh run.
Okay. I want you to make that light go all the way around you, so there's no beginning and there's no end. Are you feeling any better?
Well,
I want you to keep focusing on that.
There we go. That took a while to get it to do what I needed.
Latin Banks.
Okay. Now, strictly Latin Banks. Yeah, you look like you're doing a little bit better, bud.
You should start feeling like a little bit of tingling. It's okay.
And the Phasm box is on. I'm just waiting for things to come through it. This is one of the devices that I kind of like because it's not all the time are you getting stuff through it, and that's why I like it. Because some of the other ones, there's always things popping through. This, there's a lot of audio behind it, but there's not always words popping, which is cool.
yeah.
You're looking better. Keep your eyes open. Something before that light changed went right across the upper right part of his screen.
Yeah, I saw it on the other screen. I didn't have the camera view on for the viewers. I did see it, though. Any spirits that may be present, maybe around James, could you let us know what you're trying to do? Are you trying to give him a message, or are you just trying to channel through him to talk?
I just want to say that we are here for you, but you also know the rules, that you don't go through anybody without their permission. And I'm sorry that you don't agree.
Latin Banks. Off.
It's really odd.
I'm sorry that you don't agree, but that's the way it's going to work. You don't go through anybody or use their energy without their permission. He did not give you permission. I'd actually like to hear you apologize to him. You need to back off. You need to stop. If you want to talk, you can communicate with me. You can communicate through the device, but you don't try to go through somebody who didn't give you permission.
No, I never gave permission for anyone to use my energy. And no one can use it without my permission.
Can we please hear an apology to him?
I did hear something. I believe it was on his end. I don't know what it was, but I thought I heard something faintly. What the hell is that?
Sounds like somebody's trying to rap.
Yeah.
Provide the background music for the rap.
Yeah, it's through Phasmabox. That's freaking interesting. Huh.
Maybe it's looking for a new career.
We got a rapper. It's off, too. Now it's on. Huh. That's different. It's very different. Definitely, Vanilla Ice is still alive, guys. He didn't go anywhere. It wasn't Vanilla Ice, I promise. I guess it's looking like we're getting pretty close to the end of tonight. I think we did get some get some communication. I definitely feel we probably did. James, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that's happening right now.
That's okay.
It hasn't really happened, I don't think, in the past. I mean, it definitely means we're doing something, for sure, good or bad. But I'd like to thank everybody that's tuned in, and don't forget to check out Diversity Broadcast Network .com, and don't forget to check out Angelic Comfort, Upstate Supernatural. You can find our sneak peek for the findings of this show. Probably it'll be Wednesdays. I'll probably release that on Wednesdays afternoon, day before the show, and then you can see it during the show. But you can check that out on our Facebook page. Just go Upstate Space Supernatural. And I definitely heard a voice when you asked it to apologize to James on his end. It wasn't through the device here. So, kind of interesting in that light. And Renee has a show this upcoming Sunday. And don't forget, tomorrow night you can check us out with Spirit Box Weekly. It's our last week testing the 12-798. And Renee, your show is 9 p.m.?
Yes, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yep. And that's right on Diversity Broadcast Network. They can listen to that as well, right?
Yes.
Okay. But don't forget...
That spirit, I'm sorry,
oh, no,
the spirit that was doing this to James was a fairly recent death, a young gentleman. Not familiar with the spiritual laws.
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean...
I want to say that
it does happen.
he died in a motor vehicle accident not too long ago, within the last couple of weeks. probably mid-20s.
But as I always like to try to say to everybody, with doing this, be careful. Sometimes you don't know who you're talking to, or as Renee just explained, sometimes they're a new spirit and they don't know the rights and wrongs. Hell, we don't know the rights and wrongs even in our regular society half the time. So we just gotta focus with trying to do what's right, and that continues on to what we're trying to do here. So thank you again for tuning in, and everybody have a beautiful night, and hope to see you tomorrow night. And please don't forget to check out Renee's show. She is absolutely hilarious with her shows. It's a great time. Don't forget to tune into it. You're missing a show if you miss that one. So, and don't forget to check out
Thanks, Tom.
each other's channels, like and subscribe to each other. So have a beautiful night, and we will catch you later.
Be blessed, everyone.